Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen. Today let's decorate a fun cake. It is a different from most of my usual cake. So this one here, it's a rectangle, and it is always so much harder to work with this shape because it is difficult with the corners, personally, just speaking from my experience. So leave in the comment below before I get to the final finish to see if you could guess what the cake is that I'm making. So this is the double chocolate cake, and it's filled with homemade dulce de leche, and it's covered with my fudge frosting. Here I'm just adding the crumb coat, just ensuring that I have a nice even coverage, using the offset spatula to remove all the excess. And for some reason, when I was doing the clip with filling the filling into there, it froze, so I had to remove that piece. So now I'm going in with my bench scraper, just getting it smooth and working on the corners to make sure it's nice and sharp as much as possible. I must admit I am not perfect with that part, but every time you do a cake, it gets easier, a little bit easier, I must say. So here it's nice and almost crumb coated. Once it's set up again, it's time to go in with the final coat of frosting. And then after I have that all set up, I set it into the refrigerator, and then I move on to the other pieces. Here I dyed some of my homemade fondant in pink, and I am going to make a bow. I am doing this ahead of time because I want it to set up so that it's nice when it's time to add to the cake. So just simply just shaping the bow, and I rolled up some parchment paper which I inserted into those sections to ensure that it stays a bit open. Then I added a piece that creates the middle part of it, and then I set that to the side so that it could dry up. After that, I dyed some fondant in brown, and it's time for me to cover up the cake, which is nice and set up and easier to work with. So here I'm just paneling it. I find it's way easier when you're working with square or rectangle cakes to just add it by panels and then removing the excess. After I'm done working with all of the sides, it's time for me to roll out another piece and just lay it on top of the cake. Let me know if you can guess what this is. But at this point, it is starting to come together, and I'm just removing the excess one and just trying to get the seams nice and close as much as possible, and just maneuvering it until it's almost perfect, and then removing the excess. And then it's time for me to add the giveaway part of this cake. So I used edible icing sheet to print out this part of it, and there you go. It's an Amazon package. So this woman called that she wanted a nice cake for her mom, and she wanted an Amazon package, and look how beautiful this turned out. I really liked it. What's your thoughts on this? Please leave in the comments below what's your thoughts and what you would like to see me make next. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, I appreciate you taking the time to join me in the kitchen where we bake and decorate beautiful cakes. Until next time, stay blessed.